It's one of my most asked cleaning questions, and for good reason, because if you're cleaning these wrong, you're ruining them and wasting your money. It's microfiber cloths, and here's how to clean them in a few easy steps. Microfiber cloths are a cleaning staple. I always recommend people keep some of these on hand because you can really clean all over your home with them. We're gonna look at all that they can do and the various types, and I will be linking all of my favorite microfiber cloths in the description below. So let's start by talking about what makes microfibers so awesome. First of all, their versatility. You can use them all over your home, and you can use them wet or dry. So some of my favorite ways to use them to clean are to dust, to clean glass and mirrors, your bathrooms, your kitchen, your surfaces, stainless steel. You can even wash the outside of your car with them. They have so many uses, and you can use them wet or dry, and in most cases, you only need water and a microfiber cloth to knock out a lot of cleaning. And speaking of water, microfiber cloths are super absorbent. They can hold 7 times their weight in water. What's really nice about that is whenever you make one really wet, you wring it out, you'll notice that they really don't drip all over the place. So they can hang on to that water and stay damp for a good while, but then they also dry very quickly as well. Now, like I mentioned before, there are different types of microfiber cloths out there. We'll look at some of them here. Really, you can use microfiber pretty interchangeably, but some types are better at cleaning certain surfaces than others. So the first type is what I call the fuzzy microfiber, or the more plush style. This might be the one that you're a little more used to seeing. This one's gonna be really good for cleaning your surfaces and dusting. And again, you can use them dry or wet. In the case of dusting, I love to use these just slightly damp, not at all too wet, and just lightly go over your surfaces. You won't even need dusting spray or anything. A damp microfiber cloth really does a great job at dusting. So these are really multi-use. You can use them all over. And I will say, it's funny because people will say to me, I don't like how microfiber feels. It feels a little staticky, but I let them know that that's actually what you want. That is what makes microfiber, is that it has a little bit of a charge to it, and that static electricity is gonna help attract dust and dirt to it. So you want them to feel that way. It does just take a little getting used to. Now, the next kind of microfiber is a waffle weave. I'm actually gonna lump this in here with the tight knit or the flat weave. So we have the waffle weave style and we have the flat weave. I tend to use these pretty interchangeably, and where I love to use these are glass and mirrors, and you just need a little distilled water and the microfiber cloth. Now, I say to use distilled because the minerals in tap water can scratch the glass. So I like to use distilled along with the microfiber, but you just spray that right on your glass and mirrors, wipe it with the microfiber, and it will clean it and leave it streak free. Now, the other way that you can use these is for electronics. These are really good. And then also for drying. So a lot of times after I clean the kitchen sink, I will dry it with one of the flat weave or waffle weave style microfiber, or after I've cleaned the shower door, I'll go over it with this style to really dry it and avoid water spots. And then the last type of microfiber is a chenille style microfiber. These are the ones that have like the little scrubbies on them. These are really good for cleaning your car. You can detail the wheels, clean the outside. They just have a little scrubbing power to them, and they're just really good for cars. You could use them obviously for, the bathtub or deeper cleaning, maybe patio furniture and stuff as well, but I tend to use these the most for the car. And then the last thing that's really nice about microfiber is that they last a really long time as long as you take care of them, and that's where this video comes in. So we are gonna look at how to wash and care for your microfiber to keep them working their best and lasting as long as they should. Okay, so the first rule when it comes to washing your microfiber is that you are only gonna wash microfiber with microfiber. You never wanna wash it with cotton or clothing or anything that's gonna produce lint, because that is going to clog up the microfiber. It's gonna stick to the fibers and it's not gonna work as it should. So your best bet is to separate them out. I keep mine in a pile off by themselves once they're dirty. And then once I have a load large enough, I will wash them all together in the laundry. So first up, washing them, just toss them in the drum, but you're gonna wanna use only warm water. Heat is the enemy of microfiber, so you don't want anything too hot because the heat will deteriorate the fibers, rendering them not effective. They won't work as they should. So warm water is all you need. And then when it comes to your detergent, you just want a mild, gentle liquid detergent. You want one that does not have any added softeners or fragrances and dyes. And then speaking of softener, that is one of the first big no-nos when it comes to microfiber cloths. No fabric softener. It will coat the fibers and again, make your microfiber not work as it should. Now, the next big no-no when it comes to microfiber is bleach. You never want to use bleach with them. It will damage the fibers and they won't work as well. And while you're at it, avoid the scent boosters as well. Those perfumes and all of those, you don't need them. Skip those too. Now, if you have microfiber cloths that are really dirty, you've washed them, they are stained, or maybe you've used them on a really dirty surface like your car, and they need just a little extra oomph of cleaning, you can soak them in vinegar. Now, I would not do this every single time. You don't want to use vinegar every time you wash your microfiber, but here and there is okay to do to really help get them good and clean. So, two ways you could do this. You could just add the vinegar to the softener compartment of the wash when you wash them with the other microfiber. Or if they're really dirty, you can do a pre-soak where you want to just add some vinegar to a gallon of water and let it soak for a little while before you wash it. And I'll put full instructions of how to do everything in the description below. But vinegar is allowed on occasion, but I wouldn't do it every single time. Okay, so we've washed them. Now we need to dry them. Your best bet is going to be to air dry microfiber cloths. The good thing is they dry very quickly, so this really doesn't take long. Now, if you're like me and you put off washing them sometimes until you have a really big load, then you might not have enough space to air dry all of them. In those instances, I do put them in the dryer and I just do a low or no heat. Remember, heat is the enemy of microfiber, so too high of heat will damage them, so low to no heat is the name of the game. And no dryer sheets. Much like fabric softener, the ingredients in dryer sheets can coat the microfiber and it's gonna not allow them to attract dirt and dust as they should or be absorbent. So skip the dryer sheets as well. And there you have it. I promise microfiber is not as high maintenance as it seems, especially once you know how to care for them and what to avoid. So as a recap, when you're washing them, just warm water, gentle mild detergent without perfumes and dyes, no fabric softener, no bleach, and skip the scent boosters while you're at it. And then to dry them, hanging to dry really is best, but if you use the dryer, low to no heat and no dryer sheet. If this was helpful, hit that thumbs up button and hit the subscribe button while you're at it. And be sure to check the description below for the links to my favorite microfiber cleaning cloths and all the details on how to care for them.